Welcome to our series, Compelled by Compassion. And we hope the next few weeks will inspire you to grow spiritually. Let's begin with one simple question. If compassion flows outward from our lives, where does it begin? Most of us think it begins with trying harder, being kinder, or being more patient with people.
But compassion doesn't begin with trying harder. It begins with going deeper with the Father. We cannot give what we haven't received.
You see, God's love is not something we earn. It's actually something we embrace. And if we don't receive as sons and daughters, we will perform as servants. In Luke 15, Jesus tells us the story of two sons. The younger son says, "Give me my share." He wants the father's things, but not a relationship with the father.
The older son says, "Look how hard I've worked." He stayed home, but he related like an employee, like one of the slaves on the farm. Different behavior, same problem. But both misunderstood the heart of God, the heart of the Father.
Then comes the turning point. While he was still a long way off, his father saw him and ran to him. The father runs. The father embraces. The father restores before the son can even repay or reply on his sins. That is where compassion begins. That's the real shift.
2 Corinthians 1 says that God is the Father of compassion. Compassion isn't something that God occasionally does. It is who He is. And here's where we have to shift our mentality. We are not healed by pressure. We are healed by the proximity to His love. Selfishness is like a bucket, holding on, hoarding down, being afraid.
But compassion is like a pipe. It's constantly flowing, fresh, generous. Fear says, there's never enough. Love says everything is a gift. And spiritual maturity doesn't begin with fixing yourself. It begins with receiving the embrace of God. Now, receiving means I am loved before I perform. I am embraced before I am improved. I belong before I behave. And when we receive, shame loses its grip, fear loosens its voice, and compassion begins to flow naturally.
So with all that has been said and everything that we will work through right now, here are 2 questions for you to discuss in your small group. The first one, to which son do you naturally drift? The rebellion side or the religious performance side of it all? The second question is, what would you practically change in your week if you truly believe that God's first response to you is to embrace and not just to correct?